Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome to this wonderful weekly segment that I call the Power 25 until I come up with a better title, or maybe I'll just leave it that forever. Anyway, hopefully we get better intros along the way though. But yeah, so this is a weekly segment where I'm going to discuss the rankings for the 25 top superstars. These include the male competitors, the female competitors, the cruiserweights of course, because they are also male competitors, and we're going to go over where they rank. We're also going to look at how the weekly actions have kind of hindered them. It's sort of in kayfabe, but it's sort of not. It's hard to explain. But let's just jump in. So, the people who just fell off. The only person who just fell off is Luke Harper. The reason I first included him on the list was because he had just beaten Eric Rowan at pay-per-view, and he hasn't been seen since. So, couldn't keep using that spot. Sorry. I know you guys like Luke Harper, and that's fine and good, but if he's not on TV, I can't leave that spot for him. The people who are just missing, we got Charlotte Flair, we got Elias Sampson, we got The Club, we got Goldust. People who, like, right on the precipice of getting on here, but haven't yet. Starting at number 25, we have Austin Aries. He has finally made his way onto here after 1 week of not being on here. So last week he wasn't on here. This week on Raw, he made Neville tap, which might not seem like a big deal, but it sort of is a big deal, because Neville is the Cruiserweight Champion. That being said, he's gonna lose, so. And we have Sasha Banks at number 24. She managed Rich Swann to a W, so she didn't move. Number 23, we have the wonderful Dean Ambrosio, the Lunatic Fridge. He was part of a winning six-man tag with the Hardys. He dropped a spot. Now, the only reason he dropped the spot was because, for one, he wasn't critical to the outcome of the match. And also, other people had to move, so it just trust me. So, we have Neville at 22. Last week he was at 20. He tapped Austin Aries, and frankly, I'm just not feeling him this week. I don't know what it was. I'm sure he'll move back up because he's retaining his Cruiserweight title at Extreme Rules. So, now the reason we had to start moving people was because, for one, Shinsuke Nakamura stayed in his spot at number 21. He won a tag match with Sami Zayn, which is all fine and good, but I couldn't justify moving him up that much. The reasoning, because Dolph Ziggler jumped from 23 to number 20 because he beat AJ Styles in the main event of SmackDown Live this week. It was an okay match, I guess. I mean, I wasn't really feeling it, but that's aside from the point. He won the main event of SmackDown Live in a pretty dominant showing, I must say. At number 19, we have the team of Cesaro and Sheamus. They were part of a losing six-man team. For one, they didn't get pinned, but at the same point, it's really being hard to justify even having them on the 25 at this point, because aside from that 1 week, they've done nothing but lose. Sorry, it's the truth. They dropped a singular spot, so it's not that big a deal. Number 18, we have Naomi. Now, I wanted her to stay where she was, but Cesaro and Sheamus lost, so I couldn't justify keeping them where they were. Frankly, they don't even feel like they deserve to be on this list. So, she moved up a spot, even though she didn't do anything, but, Breezango kept their spot at 17. They won a pointless tag match against the Colognes on SmackDown. Couldn't justify pulling them up a spot when, frankly, they didn't win an important match. But hopefully they will be winning. No, they won't be winning a match against the Usos, who are number 16. They have fallen down a spot. They talked okay on SmackDown. They didn't do anything. They were there. I mean, that's more than I can say about Naomi. So number 15, we got Mr. Finn Balor. He lost the triple threat match to Samoa Joe. He dropped a whopping 3 spots, my bad. Last week he was number 12. He lost the match. Clearly he's got to go down a little bit, and I figure that trend's going to continue when he loses at Extreme Rules. Number 14, we got Baron Corbin. At about this point, I start realizing, wow, a lot of the higher-up guys who were on here last week lost. He was part of a losing team with Kevin Owens. He dropped 3 spots because of that. Because, frankly, he lost last week, too. So, I don't know what they're planning to do with him. Now, okay, I know everybody's going to disagree with me here, but Alexa Bliss moved up 3 spots to the wonderful number 13 spot. The reasoning, because she had a great segment on Monday Night Raw. I know you guys didn't like it. I was good with it. At least in terms of kayfabe, you figure they gave Alexa Bliss a hell of a lot of time. They gave her a lot of props. Not to mention, I think she stood tall at the end of the promo again. So, if you didn't like the promo, sorry, but there's justification. Number 12, we got Samoa Joe moving up 2 spots. I feel like he doesn't belong up here, but he won the triple threat match. So, yeah, he looked like an idiot doing it, but he kind of rebounded at the end, so. Number 11, we have the Welcoming Committee. They moved up 2 spots. Why did they move up 2 spots? Because the Women's Money in the Bank match was announced. That excited me. All 3 of the members are going to be in the match. Odds are one of them is going to win. I'm excited. Number 10, we have The Miz. He dropped 2 spots because he was literally the person who lost the 6-man tag match. Couldn't justify keeping him up that high. Sorry, I'm a misfit, but can't do it. Number 9, we have the Hardy Boys, and they won the 6-man tag match. But at the same point, the 6-man tag match didn't really matter. I do think, yeah, they moved up from number 10. Basically, they just, Miz dropped 2 spots. They pushed 1 spot down. And then number 8, Sami Zayn also pushed a spot down because he was a part of a winning team with Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown Live. Can't ignore that. I mean, he's got to move up a spot. The burial of Kevin... the burial. Sorry, I'm doing that thing internet people do a lot. Burial. The downward trajectory for Baron Corbin and Kevin Owens continues when Sami Zayn beats him. Sami Zayn now has like 3 victories over Baron Corbin in the last month. Fucking ridiculous. Number 7 was AJ Styles. I couldn't justify moving him down a spot. Yeah, he lost the main event of SmackDown Live, but he's AJ Styles, so... Number 6, we got Randy Orton. Yes, he did drop a spot. He talked okay. It was a pretty good Randy Orton promo, if anything. But, couldn't justify keeping him up that high. So, number 5, we have Bray Wyatt. Yes, he dropped a spot. But that's because he was the loser of the triple threat match that Samoa Joe won. And, frankly, he kind of looked like a little jobber jabroni bitch. So, number 4, we have Seth Rollins. And he was the loser of Raw's main event. But he moved up 2 spots because he put on a hell of a good match with Roman Reigns. That's respectable. Number 3, we have Kevin Owens. Last week he was number 3. Didn't move his spot. Yeah, he lost. He was a loser. Oh, no, he got pinned in the tag match by Shinsuke, right? But at the same point, Kevin Owens still feels like, honestly, one of the biggest deals on SmackDown Live. Behind, of course, Jinder Mahal at number 2. Yes, he dropped from number 1 to number 2. I couldn't justify keeping him at number 1. If he isn't going to show up on Raw, well, on SmackDown, then why does he deserve the top spot? He couldn't even show up in the arena? He had to be in a video? Sorry, doesn't deserve it. But number 1, of course, only Roman Reigns is left. Yes, he moved up a spot. I know you guys are going to be angry about this, but keep in mind this is partially kayfabe. So, yeah, he won his match. He's been on a tear lately. So, he kind of had to move up, especially when his biggest competition was Jinder Mahal, who couldn't even be bothered to show up for the 2nd week in a row. Well, the 1st week. But last week he didn't wrestle either. So, he couldn't be bothered to wrestle for the 2nd week in a row. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Y'all know what to do already. I've noticed, guys, last week I was at like 17 subscribers. And now I'm at 30. So keep subscribing, keep telling all your friends about this wonderful channel. Because I'll respond to all of your comments. And I will pin comments that I find funny. Because I figured out how to do that. So thanks for watching. Peace out, no skillets.